Next, we'll be going through the audience targeting. This targeting is truly optional. You can actually skip this and not set it at all, and it doesn't affect your campaign. But it's recommended to set a degree of audience targeting under observation for such campaign. So when you open up the audience window, set sub window here, there's an option to select either targeting or observation. So in the simplest sense, targeting will restrict the ads that you serve, while observation doesn't do anything apart from allowing you to see the performance by the audience segment. It doesn't restrict your audience. So what targeting can be useful for is, let's say you're just interested in targeting a specific subset of people, let's say people who are looking for a specific product, let's say shoes. But you totally trust Google's algorithm to determine with a very high accuracy that the users are looking for shoe. Then you can select targeting. But in a lot of cases, when people are searching for shoes, they haven't showed any history of being so superbly interested in shoes before. So for example, if I want to buy a shoe immediately, like my shoe just broke, I'll be searching everything on that day and then buying on that day. Is Google fast enough to determine that I'm someone interested in shoes? So in that case, if you're skeptical to the accuracy of Google or how fast they updates the interests of individuals, then observation is actually the most viable in most cases. Since they are already searching for shoes, you might as well just appear there. You don't need to restrict further whether they are shoe enthusiasts, for example. Okay, so in search, we usually use observation. In display and other channels, then yeah, it makes sense to do targeting because that's the only targeting that they can do. They don't have like keyword search targeting. Okay, so the next step is to search for ideas to target. And yeah, just search, let's say you're selling cakes, so search for cakes, and then yeah, people who are looking for baked goods, party supplies, etc. Or maybe food, or foodies, 30-minute chefs. And let's say if we are talking about shoes earlier, right? There's actually an in-market audience for shoes. So how, like, if I select this means I'm looking to report on people who are specifically looking for shoes or dress shoes, athletic shoes, boots, etc. Okay, before we proceed, I'll go through each of these options. So demographic is very simple. Is who the users are, like are they parents, are they married, how high do they study until, and whether they own a home. Okay, affinity is their interests in general. So it can be people who are interested in investing, it can be people who are interested or usually visit salons, they are whether they are foodies, they are cooking enthusiasts, and is their is based on their historical web interests, what videos they view on YouTube, what kind of searches they do previously on Google, or the kind of websites that they visit. So it's a more longer term kind of interest. If I'm just looking for shoes one day, I'm probably not gonna end up in like a shoes enthusiast if there is one. So if I'm suddenly like today I have the interest to look at jewelries, I won't be suddenly drop into luxury shoppers. It's a longer term thing. If you're looking for a shorter term like immediate thing, so they are actively researching or planning, then it's the in-market targeting. So the options that we saw earlier for the shoes, these are all in-market audience, meaning those people are actively researching, comparing, and looking at e-commerce websites for shoes. Those are the in-market audiences. And then we also have remarketing and similar audiences. These are your first-party audiences. They are based on your interaction, the user's interaction with your first-party properties, your websites, your blogs, etc. Even your YouTube channel. If you have created one, which we haven't here, then it will appear here. Unfortunately, the option to create one hasn't appeared yet. It will only appear once you created your first search campaign. So we'll cover that later on. There's also an option to create combined audiences. So these are the combined first party audiences. So if you have multiple first party audiences, then you can combine, mix and match any of them. Since again, like I said, we don't have any audience yet, so there's nothing here. There's no need to combine their audiences over here because you can just select multiple. Okay, that's it for the audience. Again, like I said, it's totally optional whether you wanna select anything or not. So in our case, maybe you can select 1, 2, 3, 4 just to know like what kind of shoes they are looking for. And next we'll go through the budget and bid strategy, and we'll be edging closer to the completion of our campaign.